morning. Today we're going to study about histology. First, before studying into detail about the histology, let us know what is histology. Basically, histology is a branch of anatomy which helps when we study structures. Like if we want to study the structure of, for example, the heart. So if we want to study the structures of the heart, but we cannot study it clearly, so we see them under a microscope and come to know that this type of heart is made of this tissue or this muscle, and we see it under microscope. That branch of anatomy which helps in the study of structures with the help of microscope, that is known as histology. Now, there are four principal main tissues of our body. Those include epithelium, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and nervous tissue. And today the topic we are going to discuss is about epithelium. Now, what is epithelium? Epithelium is a principal tissue. It consists of a collection of very closely packed cells. You can see all these cells. They're very closely packed with one another, and you can see that the space between them is very little. So those cells which are closely packed and have very little space, and they help in your lining of your body surfaces, your tubes, cavities, those are called as your epithelium. Now, what are the general features of epithelium? What are the characteristics? First characteristic is that the classification of this epithelium is done on the basis of, you can see the number of cell layers in these three figures I've shown, is that you see that all of them, one is square shaped, one are circles, and one are top. So the classification of epithelium is done on the basis of their cell layers and also on their cell morphology, what is the shape of the cell. Second is that there is a basement membrane, this line, which separates the epithelium from the connective tissue. Number 3 is that all of these epithelium, they are avascular. The delivery of nutrients, their food, and the removal of any waste is done by diffusion from an area of higher concentration to an area of lower concentration. Then there are also some surface modifications which help them, that there are some epithelia which are lined with your microvilli, which are lined with your cilia, which are lined with your stereocilia as well. And there are some epithelia which are separated from other tissues by the presence of their lateral side modification, including presence of your desmosomes, zonulo-occludens, zonular adherents, gap junctions, and hemidesmosomes basically. But those are very much detail. If you want to do much detail in histology, then according to level of first year, you just only should know about these general characteristics. And main important thing is you should know what is the definition of epithelium and its classification. Now coming to important question which comes not only in your first year exams, but it will help you in your USMLE, in your PLAC, in your FCPS, MRCS, and many other things, and in your specialization courses as well, are your classification of epithelium. Now, epithelium has been classified according to the number of cell layers, cell morphology, and the presence of additional surface modifications into 6 groups. Number 1 is your simple squamous epithelium, simple cuboidal epithelium. Number 3 is the simple columnar epithelium. Then you have the pseudostratified columnar epithelium, stratified columnar epithelium, and transitional epithelium. Right now, the 3 we are going to study are with simple squamous epithelium, followed by your simple cuboidal epithelium, then simple columnar epithelium. The simple squamous epithelium, they basically consist of, you see this figure, it consists of a single layer of flattened or your squamous shaped cell. So those which are single layered with the square shaped, squamous or flattened, those type of epithelium are called simple squamous epithelium. They consist of 2 types of cells. Number 1 is the mesothelial and endothelial. The mesothelial, they line the outside of your digestive organ, heart, and lungs. And endothelial, they line the inside of your heart chambers, your atria and ventricle, your blood vessels, arteries, veins, capillaries, and your lymphatic vessel. So all of this lining and location is done by the simple squamous epithelium, and their function is in your diffusion, in the transport of material, in secretion of fluid, and also in reduction of friction. All is done by simple squamous epithelium. So that was your simple squamous epithelium. Now coming to the next, that is the simple cuboidal epithelium. Simple as simple, so it is single layer, but instead of the flat or squamous shape, they are rounded cells. They are located in your small ducts and kidney tubules, and their function is to protect these ducts and help in the absorption and transport of fluid in your kidneys. Third is the simple columnar epithelium. These are your tall cells. They are known as the simple columnar epithelium. They are located in your lumina. In your digestive tract, you will study in your second years that all the organs, they have some lumina in between them. So they help in the lining of that lumina. They help in the secretion of mucus, which helps in digestion of the organs in your stomach, and they also help in the absorption of materials or fluid from your intestine. So when the intestine, they absorb it and transport it to the liver, that is done by the epithelium, simple columnar epithelium. So these were the first three types of epithelium, which are known as the simple squamous epithelium, simple cuboidal epithelium, simple columnar epithelium. Hope it gets clear to you.